Nihit Zahir, and today I'll be presenting about the Dome of the Rock, one of the most significant and recognizable architectural works in the world. This presentation is for Humanities 1 Professor Bowman's class, and I'm looking forward to sharing what I've learned about the Dome of the Rock's history, cultural meaning, and ongoing importance. To begin with the central background, the Dome of the Rock is located in Jerusalem on the Temple Mount. It was constructed between 685 to 692 CE under the Umayyad Caliph Abd al-Malik. Even though it's incredibly old, it's still one of the best preserved examples of early Islamic architecture. This structure is built from stone and marble and mosaic, and its exterior is decorated with intricate tile work and mosaics. The most striking feature is the golden dome, which is about 20 meters in diameter and rises to a height of 35 meters. And the interior is just as detailed with mosaics and geometric patterns. And it has long bands of Arabian calligraphy in the inside of the golden dome. At the center of the shrine is a large exposed rock, and in Islamic tradition, this is believed to be the spot from which the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven during the Isra and Miraj, making the site incredibly meaningful within the Islamic faith. So the building isn't just visually impressive, it holds deep spiritual importance as well. When it was first built, the Dome of the Rock held enormous significance for early Muslims. This was during the early Islamic or Umayyad period, when the Islamic Empire was spreading rapidly across the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Europe. This period was a period of artistic and religious growth under the Umayyad Caliphate. The construction of the Dome of the Rock served several purposes. Religiously, it honors a major event in Islamic tradition. Politically, it demonstrated the strength and stability of the new Islamic empire, and culturally, it helped establish a distinctive Islamic architectural identity. And it features the intricate mosaics and a golden dome, which reflects the early Islamic architectural innovation. The Dome of the Rock honors Islamic faith and showcases the Umayyad emphasis on religious and political power through architecture. And at that time, Jerusalem was full of Christian Byzantine buildings, so creating a monument of this scale and beauty sent a clear message. Islamic culture was capable of producing arts and architecture that rivaled the great civilizations around it. The use of non-figurative decoration, like the geometric patterns it had, reflected the Islamic values, while the mosaics and dome structure drew from the Byzantine influences around the Dome of the Rock. This blending of styles shows how cultures interacted and shaped one another. Again, this has a religious significance, where it marks the spot where Muhammad, peace be upon him, is believed to have ascended from heaven. The contemporary significance. Today, the Dome of the Rock continues to be one of the most iconic buildings in the world. Millions of people recognize its golden dome, even if they don't know much about its history. It's still a major religious landmark for Muslims, but also holds cultural meaning for Jews and Christians because of the Temple Mount's long and complex history. Its influence is that it inspired Islamic architecture and decorative arts around the Middle East for centuries. And in the modern world, the Dome of the Rock appears in discussions about architecture, religion, and cultural heritage. It remains important because it represents a shared space that has shaped the identities of many communities over thousands of years. Learning about the Dome of the Rock help us understand broader human themes. It reminds us of our need to create sacred spaces and our desire to express identity through arts. And it also expresses our tendency as humans to tell stories through architecture. It also raises questions about cultural preservation and coexistence. And although it was built more than 1,300 years ago, its influence is still seen today in modern mosque architecture and in discussions about religious and cultural identity. And it just shows It reflects humanity's need for spiritual connection and cultural identity, and it just expresses religious values through arts and architecture. Lastly, these are my works cited. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you have a good day. Bye.